opened my beer, I opened the recording device, so brace yourself for an original special Endrey all international introduction because here we go, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras, mesdames et messieurs, good evening, guten Abend, buonasera, buenas noches, buenas noches, good Abend, good kwel, good afternoon, dobre večer, dobre večer, dobre večer, xin chao ni hao annyeong konnichiwa. Jo, es steht gewanner. Salam alaikum, shalom, grüß Gott, my friends. I am Special Endrey, and this is what? This is a game I will be casting, and it is ReVolt against Endrey.com. We have here Endrey.com is the red zerg in the top left in the top left location, and meanwhile here in the bottom right location we have ReVolt. So it is his EVP, and yeah, I am this guy, he is that guy, and we played against each other before that match. This match actually occurred on the ladder, and before that, we were spawning on close positions, and I just six-pulled him, so that's why he just said, I will get to take you the real way. So he was happy to play against me again, and this time I decided not to six-pull him and do something else. But before that, let's take a look. So he's building his pylon on the high ground, so it looks like no forge expansion just yet, so something else. And he was not answering me, so I said anyway GLHF, and before that I lost 3 games in a row, so I wasn't really in a good mood. So this was one reason I six-pulled him, and the other reason six-pulling against Protoss is just fun, and especially when the Protoss are spawning close position, six-pull is then even more fun. So let's see what the Zerg player, what I am doing, and it looks like I go for a forest hatchery, and I mean I'm just talking. I will not say me or I will just go for Endrey.com. So he just went there with a probe to the side, because when the probe was with a drone to the side, because when the probe was spotted, they tend to just block the hatchery, so I hit my probe drone there to move over there once again. So some scouting occurs, spawning pool, cybernetics core extractor coming up, and here we see ReVolt with a double pylon directly at the front. Going for the gateway, going for the cybernetics core. Nothing unusual. Has got 1 gas at the moment, still not mining any gas there, just focusing a little bit more on the mineral income. Second assimilator now just gets taken, but why is he just getting the second assimilator so soon, even if he does not mine some gas from the first assimilator? Now this hatchery is going down, will be finished around the same time with the spawning pool. Now here's the drone moving, also relatively late scout, 3 minutes 50 seconds into the game, but the reason why I scouted, anyway, I just saying still I and me. Anyway, so the reason why I scouted that late was very, very simple. I wanted to go for the hatchery first build anyway, because it is Shakura's plateau. I just had the overlord here to check if I am not getting cannon rushed, and if this is not the case, I have no need to scout that early. I just needed to pay attention to this probe, so my drone followed this probe. Now, what do we see here by ReVolt? ReVolt going for the gateway number 2, pylon number 3. Now he's happily mining some gas, and looks like he wants to go for 3-gate expand right now. And yeah, here we go. And Endrey.com drone is moving over there. Of course, when you click directly on the minerals, you can just wall hack yourself through the zealots. No gas steer possible, so the drone moves back, but here is the zealot waiting, and just the zealot does too much damage. The drone does not have enough HP, and it exactly 3 gates it is for the moment. So what is the production tab telling us? More overloads, actually 3 overloads, and yeah, a drone. Meanwhile, a warp gate is halfway done for ReVolt. Here we see this pylon is being built, so I mean, let's see where this is going, if this actually will be a real game and not some six putties. And I mean six putting. If you're a Zerg player, don't hesitate to six pull the shit out of your Protoss opponents. It is just fun because six pulling a Protoss works. It is a good thing to have. Now, ReVolt here going for the Nexus after the third gate, relatively soon, not even having many sentries here. Now he's got 3 more sentries to Zealot. So here we see a lot of links, and of course a Death Angel style, having a lot of Zerglings is a good thing to have, to just run by those defenses and just take your Zerg Protoss opponent before the force fields are out. But now, where is the metabolic boot? Oh, it just started. Yes, because I actually forgot. I thought it was already finished, so I was checking when is it actually finished, and then I realized actually it is not. So just sending one Zergling over here, and with this one Zergling I realized I rather should move back, and a lot of units getting killed. So let's take a look at the units lost. I lost 10 units with 275 resources already, so a couple of Zerglings, 9 Zerglings and a single drone, so not that efficient. So I just realized, okie dokie, a lot of sentries, a lot of zealots, so it's time to go for another expansion. And now what else do we see? We see a fortress coming up by ReVolt. Here it is, of course. A fortress is a good thing to have. So it looks like this will be some sort of standard Nexus global facility play. So a gateway Colossus makes. And first observer is out here for ReVolt. Now flying over here, let's see. And no, it looks like yes, he's directly going for this hidden expansion here, and of course 8 minutes into the game, this is a nice timing to attack. So I decided then to, well, what can I do? Let's just go for some Hydras, because Hydras are awesome, and hope he attacks soon enough. So not too soon, because my Hydras should be dealing some damage before there are any Colossi. But here we see already some sentries moving out, 7 sentries, 2 zealots. Now the Zergling got taken out. Endrey, he knows, I know. So what did I do? I just pulled a panic of 5 spine quarters just in case, to be safe. But here we see not many units, and of course now I need to have the Zergling to buy myself a little bit time. Nice force field here once again by ReVolt. I just was able to take down 1 sentry. So here are actually 2 sentries. So here are the remaining sentries, but only enough energy for 3 more force fields. As soon as the queen was finished, I moved up with the ramp with the queen. So yes, ReVolt doesn't know about my queen, but he knows how to take a hatchery. Unfortunately for him, those sentries, of course, they look awesome, but don't deal a lot of damage. I was buying myself enough time for more Zerglings to move in here. This third force field not being placed there just in time, so I was able to take out more sentries and more sentries going down. Of course, some of those Zerglings now are taking the gateway units, but here more stalkers, more sentries coming in. This hatchery once again getting attacked. Do we see any more Zerglings en route? Yes, we do. 10 more Zerglings are en route, but this will not be enough. So the hatchery going down. So now it's once again 2 base Protoss against 2 base Zergs. Let's take a look at the units lost once again. Endrey.com behind 575 minerals. There's actually here ReVolt's observer, so he knows actually it makes no use to move up that ramp because all those units are waiting. Then I was going for the overseer because I spotted this observer bringing the Hydras and the queen in position, and now I just spotted it, took it down, and of course taking out observers is always a good thing to have. So if you're playing Zerg against Protoss, you know there's a robo out, or there could be a robo out, just try to search for observers with your overseer, because the Protoss player not knowing what actually is up is always a good thing to see, because now he's only on his own base, and looks like he is afraid of a counter attack, because he's just going for a couple of cannons. 2 cannons here. He's got still the stalkers. What about any upgrades? Now he's got the +1 finished, now going for the +1 armor. Meanwhile, Endrey going for another hatchery here, so of course expanding once again. And now the area is clear for the queen once again to move down here. And this is what you should do as a Zerg player. Play cost effective. even though I still was behind and units lost like not so much more anymore, because taking out observers of course is a good thing to have. Now with the more circling spread here at the Zelnaga watchtowers, you know when your opponent is about to move out, and looks like ReVolt here once again with another observer moving out with the forces here, with this observer to see actually where is any new expansions up or not. So here we see the movement pattern by him. I'm just was talking a little bit like a confused old man, because this is my other account and I still have the old hotkey set up for the observing here, so that's why I was a little bit confused. Now going for the +1/+1 always is a good thing. The ventral 6, the drop are now finished, and here we see more photon cannons coming up, 4 more photon cannons. So ReVolt really wants to secure his base number 3, the second expansion. So where is this observer? Here it is. And now with this observer, I just spotted this observer once again. Now I'm still looking for it, and here we go. Actually, I was really lucky with the second observer. The first one I was not so sure about, but with the first one I was okay. So actually, my opponent, he was about to move out, then he pulled back, so allowing me to get 13 more Hydras. And if you're thinking, oh, Hydras against the Colossus army, if you micro those Hydras correctly and if you avoid force fields, sure, why not? And actually, this was one of the few times I was actually able to do some creep spreading here. Of course, creep spreading is what the Hydras are needed to have in order to just work properly. We take a look at the movement speed of the Hydra. It's 2.25, but another 50% movement speed increase is added when on creep. So this is actually really nice. ReVolt, by the way, he's just mixing it up and not going for the pure Colossi army. He's going for some double Stargate play as well. So now the question, of course, will be, is it Void Rays or is it Phoenixes? So I'm not so sure just yet. Let's take a look at the APM tab for the moment, and there I am with the 66 APM. My opponent got a 69, so roughly 70 APM for both of us. So looks like more probes being transferred over here, but the newly built ones. Nice job by ReVolt to have this pylon here on the high ground, get some zealots in position as well, even 10 more zealots, and at the same time looks like he wants to go for a double prompt attack. And here we go, zealots moving down the ramp, the queen is running away, so are the drones. Meanwhile, at the same time, he engages here at the top location. The spine court is buying a little bit of time, so I have enough time with the zerglings to take out the zealots here. So all the zealots go down now. Big engagement here in the middle. Whoops, sorry, I wanted to go for this. So evading the force fields as soon as more force fields are placed, one in back, and there we see more force field, of course, moving in there with single units. Not the smartest choice, but as soon as you can take out some of those gate units and you realize, okie dokie, you have enough units, you can leap forward, take out another Colossus, and then just run back to the safety of the creep. And this is how you do it. I saw Endrey actually being ahead 35 supply. Meanwhile, ReVolt not just yet having enough forces here, but sending just down more zealots. So this hatchery and this position in general taking a lot of damage. The hatchery was going down once, and then I finally realized with this overlords in position, oh actually yes, here is a pylon, so the pylon will get taken out pretty soon, or better to say right now. So I lost a couple of drones. Let's take a look at the harvest account. 56 drones, 70 probes. So here we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more gateways. Nexus is coming up, and Void Rays getting produced. 2 Void Rays are out already, so units lost now, telling us ReVolt behind like 2,200 resources. Those Colossi and especially those 12 zealots he just warped in without getting the hatchery down, just killing a queen, and that's basically about it. Not being too efficient there. So this more spine quarters getting rearranged. The creep gets spread even more. And let's take a look back to the production tab, because beside from those Void Rays who are about to attack right now, did they spot the base? Yes, yes, they decided to go for the hedge here. Anyway, now taking this hatchery instead of the queen, the Hydras just come in time, so the Hydras take out this Void Ray. Hatchery still survives with 240 HP, and looks like the other Void Ray is going down. Meanwhile, at the same time, hatchery coming up here at the center location. The pathogen glands, the energy upgrade for the infestor finished. Now it's time for the neural parasite. The hive is about to finish, and as I realized, okay, there are some void rays out, it is time for some more spore crawlers. Meanwhile, in the base of ReVolt, he's just having out more void rays, he's just having out more colossi. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 colossi, 14 stalkers. He had the +1, +2, +1 attack. He's going for a fleet beacon. Okie dokie. And a fleet beacon is not the only building he is currently going for, because yes, there is a dark shrine out as well. Now with this hatchery finished, Endrey should get some more drones, but he's still at 56, but maxed out, so having a very high army value actually the case. And there we see the stalkers at the top location going for this top left center hatchery, taking some huge hits. Where are the roaches and the zerglings? Here are the hydras as well, but they will move in just not in time, so this one just Colossus gets taken out, and now the remaining roaches and stalkers just rip through those remaining units. They got the +2 attack, the +1 armor finished, but he needs to watch out, because with those more colossi incoming, the Hydra should move back, still getting roasted and toasted. Now, finally moving back, and in terms of units lost, the gap is actually getting a little bit bigger here for ReVolt, but his attack was absolutely worth it, taking out a hatchery. I was in a 20-25 supply lead. Actually, now with me just going for 40 more roaches, I'm in a supply lead once again, but the supplies were pretty even for just a second. So ReVolt, by the way, is now going for the blink with the stalkers. It's got the +3 finish, so most possible maximum amount of damage, and those colossi are now able to 2-hit hydras instead of 3 hits. Meanwhile, I'm going for some infestors here, transferring some more drones over there, going for the +3 ranged attack, the +2 armor here on the ground unit, spotting these colossi. And for example, this one colossus here with 27 kills, the executor being in a good position there, really. Let's take a look at the harvester count once again. Still, I am at the 54 drones here. By the way, there was another attack with some void rays here. Those 2 void rays were taken out by the spore crawler and the queen. By the way, a queen is really a unit profiting quite a lot from those upgrades, doing 11 damage with the range 7 and a weapon speed +1. Queen is a pretty good anti-air unit, especially with those upgrades. So I have to check once again if the +3 is finished, but here are some infestors out as well, and those infestors got barely enough energy for a neural parasite each. Of course, I'm a big fan of this neural parasite on the colossi, because as soon as you see some force fields and stuff, your infestors are pretty much safe, and if they try to focus down the infestors, your hydras and roaches actually can deal insane amounts of damage. So now here in the middle, I'm trying to avoid, of course, taking out a couple of there it's no problem. It looks like we have another big engagement in the middle. Neural parasite on one colossus. The infestor gets taken out. Another neural parasite. Meanwhile, attacking here the expansion. But there is the mothership, and now those roaches actually do not have a unit to attack. So one fungal growth is casted, of course. The units who get fangled are visible to the roaches. So now the roaches attacking the stalkers visible. Meanwhile, the Hydra's trying to take out the mothership, and looks like the mothership goes down with just 5 Hydras left. So this attack was cleared up. Endrey once at 136 supply, having enough supply to take out this Nexus. But nice transition here by ReVolt. Now having actually 8 Dark Templars, and those Dark Templars doing 60 damage each attack with the +3. This damage output of those DTs is actually insane. So after taking down this Nexus, I had to run back. So let's take a look at the harvester count. I'm still at the 52 harvesters only, not having too many units, but actually playing cost efficient. Taking out the Colossi all the time is a good thing to have. Now here, with the Observer, with the Overseer out, I I will be able to take out just a couple or more of those Dark Templars. Units lost, meanwhile, telling us that, oh, I'm just getting more and more ahead in terms of unit efficiency. Actually did realize it was so much already. 4,000 plus another 4,000, barely actually 8,000 resources ahead. So seeing the Zerg player playing a little bit more cost effective happens not that often. Meanwhile here, ReVolt is going for the +2 armor, is going for another mothership, is going for the center nexus, and on the other hand I decided to go for some more ultraless heavy play because yes, the hive is finished, chitinous plating upgrade, going for the +3 armor, going for the +1 attack because yes, I was focusing on the ranged attack, the roaches and the hydras a little bit more, now having out more overseers here. So ReVolt once again going for the center location, and this center location is actually getting attacked as often as this 8 o'clock expansion by myself was getting attacked. So let's see here, forcing a constant there because yes, the Zerglings and the roaches were moving in there fast enough, and after taking out this nexus, what do? You run away just in time. So I just took out a nexus and then attacked, and looks like 2 overlords getting loaded up to maybe drop here somewhere in that area. Meanwhile, the new mothership number 2 is out with the +2 being finished for the ground units. Of course, ReVolt will have a much more powerful army. Now he was even able to tie up the supply, 160 against 160 it is right now. It's getting more Dark Templars, it's getting more Colossi, and just protecting this expansion from getting attacked with all of his forces. Meanwhile, I dropped the Zergling, realized, okay, there's a Dark Templar, so I ran away, so he does not see me drop the Zerglings. Meanwhile, at the same time, he's attacking, forcing another cancel here on this top left location, and having so many DTs and Stalkers, Colossi, the mothership out, it is pretty hard for me to hold this off. So here, Spine Quarter just buying me a half a second more time. All those creep tumors get taken out, and now here's the big attack with the Zerglings and the roaches. Euro Parasite on the mothership. The mothership just got 100 energy, so I just cast the Vortex, so the remaining units on the ground just get taken out one after another. And of course, if you have Ultras out, those Ultra need to get in the Vortex right away to deal as much damage as possible. So here are all the units getting surrounded by the Ultras. The Overseers providing the detection, so all those forces going down right away, and now it's just the mothership. I do not have any anti-air capabilities, so I'm running away, he is flying away. Meanwhile, the attack is commencing here on the top right location because I was just dropping all the units so I can get an Overseer for some scouting, but 16 Zerglings of course are not enough against 5 Dark Templars, but before the DTs arrived, I just killed quite a lot of probes. Let's take a look at the units kill tab here. So he killed 360, I killed a 180 unit, but me killing 29 probes compared to the one drone he just killed, in terms of worker harassment, actually the Zerg player being a little bit better right now. Meanwhile, I said, dude, 5 seconds, just because I wanted to pause the game just to say, telling some friendly word. I just want to compliment him on his gameplay because it was an awesome game until now, and just wanted to tell him, look, I can play macro games as well. It's not just like I'm 6 pulling at the time. So I paused the game, he unpaused right away, and I mean he unpaused faster than some people type GG, and that was very rude of him, so I was a little bit angry as well. But yeah, anyway. So ReVolt taking out the rocks here. Meanwhile, I was attacking once again, now with my Ultralist force, of course, a little bit more powerful with the tanking, because those Ultralists here with the +6 armor are quite a resilient unit, actually. And looks like I tried to go once again for the hatchery here at the center location. He's going for the 12 o'clock, but after I took out this nexus, my overlord here spotted this, so yes, I knew about the nexus, so I decided to go for an attack, but looks like I go for an attack here at the top right location. There's the mothership waiting. One overseer gets taken out, the other overseer gets taken out as well. Of course, with me not having any detection and only see those shadows here, this glimmering and shimmering, I have to pull back, wait for some more overseer reinforcements, and here we see the two overseers in the center location get once again attacked, and he's immediately focusing down this overseer, but not fast enough because I can do enough damage. Looks like a mothership number 3 is going down once again, of course, with the mothership gone, the roaches, the hydras, and the ultralisk clear up the rest. More stalkers being warped in, but I doubt that they will be there in time, and that's why this was actually the first second after 34 minutes when I realized, okay, I can win this. I was not 100% sure about it, but that's why I said finally he was able to beat me in the real game, is what he said at the beginning, and I said real game, huh? And now taking out this Nexus, so I was boosted full of confidence and more confidence. Meanwhile, he's just warping in Dark Templars. Here we have 3 more Dark Templars being warped in, so it's time for him to go with the harassment. Meanwhile, I'm just going for the +2 attack here on this evolution chamber, and moving over with some more overlords to go for some more, what are those units called? Of course, overseers to provide the detection here, having a spine crawler here, having a spore crawler, but that's basically about it. So the rocks will get taken out at the 12 o'clock. Meanwhile, he's re-expanding to the top right center, to the bottom left center. He did this as well, but now I was able to take out so many probes. Let's take a look. Ruckus killed 67 probes to 1 probe, and another Nexus going down. Let's take a look at the harvester count. 45 probes and 74 drones. Actually, I droned up quite a lot. Saturated this base, saturated that base, saturating this base as well, and still got quite a lot of minerals and gas on the bank. And now let's take a look at the units lost tab. 21,000 units resources lost, 47,000 resources lost for my opponent. So I was feeling full of confidence, but I realized, oh yeah, there's so many cannons there, so it's time for a super duper doom drop. But at the same time, we see all those zealots moving in, and the zealots, of course, with the +3 attack will take out those forces pretty fast. I was able to just transfuse a little bit longer here on the spine crawler, but this just only gave me a couple of more seconds. So double spine crawler going down. Here is the drop about to finish, but I just dropped an Ultralist and 4 Watches to trying to defend this drop, but the majority of the drones will get attacked right now. Meanwhile, at the same time, drop here in the top right location is about to happen. He is attacking this top left hatchery with his DT, so 1 hatchery going down. All those drones are dead in that location. He's attacking the spore crawler as well. Now the drone's going for some long distance mining. Meanwhile, this drop is just getting rid of everything else here in the top right. Even the fleet beacon is about to go down. And yeah, so it looks like this drop already was successful. Meanwhile, at the same time, the zealots moving up to the high ground with once again more transfusions on the spine crawler to take out the remaining zealots. Now with this hatchery gun, he might be moving over here with his DT to go for another attack. So the roaches, the hydras, and the ultra is taking out this Nexus as well, but he's up and running again with this Nexus. He's up and running with this Nexus. He's got the 6 o'clock Nexus out, so really going for the Sun Zenus whack-a-mole style. But now the roaches and the hydras, of course, with the +3, doing their job very well, trying to do more damage. Now, meanwhile, I'm not sure how, but some DTs managed to get into the main base, so I was more and more confident right now at 170 compared to another 70 supply. That's why I said one game I went 6 pull, now I get macro, and I'm just doing a little bit of having a little bit of fun, saying should I go drones only the next time. But the cannons and the colossi actually doing quite a good job. It just not allowing my units to go for some more damage, so I moved away with my drones because I was not able to break this down even with this charged up void ray doing more damage. Now my main base is gone, my hive is gone, spawning for a roach run infestation pit, so basically all my tech buildings are gone, and the only unit I can produce right now are Judas and Ultralist. So, taking out the 6 o'clock right now, the probes are about to go down, so let's take a look at the workers kill. 117 probes and 22 drones. Only lost units lost is now at 60,000 to 29,000, and as I realized, okie dokie, I cannot break his front, I decided to just move up, load up all those units, go here for the main base, and just drop there and hopefully seal the deal. Meanwhile, did he have to move back because yes, they cleaned up the main base, cleaned up this location, that location as well, not to mine here able anymore, so I'm just mining from that base right now. And as soon as he said you played well, I felt a little bit bad because I was not too mannered, and that's why he asked how come you six pull, and I just six pull because six pulling is fun, not because I'm afraid of macro games like I said. So he said IGG and now IGG as well. So Endrey.com against ReVolt, pretty entertaining game, and this was actually the first time I went for a neural parasite vortex with the infestor, and then just send in the Ultralist to deal the let the Ultralist deal the damage as soon as those units pop out once again here at that location. And in the end, I mean, he was not too nice, I was not too nice as well, but this happens. I'm pretty much like Atosis in terms of gameplay. He said, as soon as when you meet me in real life, as I am a commentator, I am the nicest person in the world, but when I'm actually about to play, everything changes. So hope you enjoyed the game, and yeah, I'm not sure when you're watching this, but next Monday, today's Saturday, in 2 days I will be casting the next Computer Cup, so meanwhile have more fun with the TSL. So some interesting games, Tyler with his Thorazane today, so if you didn't watch them, check them out definitely. And if you want to watch them spoiler free, go for the VOD thread on the TSL forum or even on the TSL website. Do not go directly to the channel on Team Liquid because there you get spoiled with the results. And that's basically about it. So I wish you all a good night and a good fight.